Hey there, everyone. Christian here. Thanks for stopping by and watching this video. If you love everything Cardano, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe for additional Cardano content. On today's video, we're going to go through everything Cardano that's happening in Africa. I am super excited about two projects. In fact, in one of those projects, I purchased my first NFT. That's right. I have an NFT now in an African project on my Yoroi wallet. It's amazing. It's not an NFT that you would think either. So at the end of the video, I'll go through exactly why I bought it, how much it costs, and you'll be able to see it sitting in my Yoroi wallet, waiting for the utility that it's going to unlock here. Hey, I'm Christian, by the way, and if you're new to this meetup, we're doing Cardano information. I'm super excited about this meetup because Africa is on the roadmap. Actually, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, is there right now. He's going to be traveling from South Africa all the way up to Egypt over the next couple of weeks, talking to a lot of different governments and a lot of different projects that are happening right now in Africa. If you don't know, Cardano is really dedicated to banking the unbanked, and one of those aspects is to help the little guy, the person who doesn't have a digital identity, who doesn't have connectivity to the internet, that doesn't have the ability to participate in today's global economy. So the cool thing, which I'm sure that you'll see from this video, is that we'll be able to get a good insight into why Cardano is focused on Africa and why that is an amazing focus right now, to be able to get into a continent of over 1.3 billion people that really needs to have a transformational way to build up their economy, their governments, their education system, their personal identities, and everything from the ground up. It's a really amazing time. And what I'm sure that you'll see from this too is the amount of demographics that are going to change over the next couple of years as we go into 2030, 2040, 2050, and what that's going to look like on the global scale of things. So let's get started. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to type them into the chat or the comments below, and I'll try to get to everything here at the end. And so let's start off with blockchain and it's coming of age in Africa. If you're new to Cardano and you want to get any of this information too, again, there's the africa.cardano.org page where all of the projects that are currently going on, well, some of them at least, are listed here along with videos, information about what's happening, the reasons behind a lot of them. Emergo, who is the fund that is a part of Cardano right now, and it is actually has $100 million earmarked for African development and startups. So they're investing $100 million into the African economy in order to get the roadmap built out and to help the African economic system kind of take hold from the grassroots level. It's a really amazing goal and vision, and we'll see what happens here over the next couple of years. The journey ahead, there's a lot of videos that you can see about what's going on in Africa, all the different aspects of how Cardano fits into play, and what it's going to look like in 2025 and beyond. So one of the really cool aspects that I'm sure that not a whole lot of people understand is that the population in Africa is 1.375 billion people right now. So to give you some perspective, in the US, it's about 400 million or so. So it's about 3.5, 4 times larger than the United States. And it's growing tremendously. The demographics and the life expectancy and the economic GDP levels are all going to be catapulted into stratospheric levels here in the next couple of years. There's some great videos that you can watch about what's going to happen with the way that the economies are going to boom over the next few years. This is just a little outline of what's going to happen by 2030. China, India, Africa, the countries in Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, a lot of them are going to start overtaking the United States. And when that happens, of course, everybody likes to think that the US is on top of the food chain. As the demographic levels start to level out here over the next couple of years, we'll start to see that the countries that are going to grow the most, as you can see in this video, China is going to catapult from 25 trillion right now to over 64 trillion in 2030. So they're going to almost triple their GDP in the next 10 years. The US, on the other hand, is going to grow, and it's going to grow significantly to $30 trillion, but that's going to be outstripped by India, which is going to go to over $46 trillion from 10 trillion where they are today. So that's just a little kind of tidbit of what's happening in the world economy. You've got other Southeastern Asian countries like Indonesia and India that are going to really start to grow as well. And Cardano is also focused on Southeast Asia, Africa, a lot of the Eastern European countries, but there's going to be a huge demographic shift here in the next couple of years. And Cardano is going to be really positioned to take advantage of what's going on. You can see where Egypt is going from 1.2 trillion to $8 trillion, almost an 8x in the next 9 years. Just an incredible amount of growth that's going to happen. And so you really want to be on the forefront there. What is Cardano going to be doing to take advantage of that? Of course, they've got their Ethiopia digital identification project with the Atala PRISM. And they're going to be basically taking 5 million students, putting their digital identities and their educational criteria and backgrounds on the blockchain, allowing them to utilize that information for jobs and for future growth, and to be able to basically work their way up through the economic system. Again, Charles Hoskinson is there right now. He's going to be traveling all throughout Africa here for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be interesting to see if they ink any more deals with governments or with private entities and enterprises, and where that $100 million that Emergo is going to be investing is going to be going here. So we'll start to get some information. John O'Connor is the Director of African Operations for Input Output Hong Kong and Cardano. John's Twitter feed is usually filled with what's happening on the African side of things, where they're looking at different projects, where he is and what he's working on, from the World Mobile Token, which we'll go over here shortly, to other projects that are happening throughout Africa. John spoke at the Cardano Summit for about 20-25 minutes, what's happening with some of the African partners and where the state of Cardano is going throughout all of basically the whole continent. And so if you have any questions or you have anything that you need to figure out, John's an amazing resource for everything Cardano in Africa and what's going on right now. So we'll hop into the two projects that I think are extremely promising. The first one being World Mobile Token. It's been talked about a lot. It is basically connecting the unconnected. Their CEO, Mickey Watkins, is a big proponent for basically setting up these individual cell sites in villages and towns throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Right now in Tanzania, they're going to be connecting 100,000 people here by the end of the year. So now that we're in the fourth quarter, there's 3 months basically to go. 100,000 people are going to be onto the World Mobile cell sites, which are going to have connectivity to the internet, broadband internet, cell service, things that they didn't have in the past, being able to connect and get themselves entrenched into the digital economy. But more than that, they're going to start to roll this out to all of Tanzania starting next year, which is about 10 million people or so. And from that point, they're going to go to the entire continent of Africa, which, as we know, is over 1.3, getting close to 1.4 billion people. Now, why is World Mobile Token such a great idea? Well, there's other different internet connectivity protocols and projects that are out there, such as Starlink, which is Elon Musk is putting up, and it's another very amazing project that is low satellites that are providing connectivity to the internet basically from anywhere on the planet. The problem with Starlink and other broadband services like that is that they're expensive, especially for what's happening in Africa right now, where the economy is definitely not as robust as it could be, especially in the rural parts of Africa. So World Mobile Token allows the token itself to be the medium of exchange for all of the broadband connectivity and the mobile service. It allows also to the town members and the villages to participate in the World Mobile Token by hosting their their Earth nodes and their air nodes, the basic connectivity packages that allow them to communicate with everybody through using these cell sites that are basically individualized for small areas and allow people to get connected that otherwise wouldn't be. So World Mobile, they just launched their token about a month ago. They're allowing their early staking to happen here. They had a little hiccup last week, actually the last couple of days ago, and are going to now start probably the staking in about a week or two. But the project itself has a lot of a lot of traction and has a lot of potential to become an amazingly huge project with a lot of utility that offers a lot of people to get connected that otherwise wouldn't have been. And they're going to come right onto the Cardano blockchain. And from that, they're going to be able to interact and to basically create commerce throughout the world in ways that they otherwise never would have been able to. So it's a really cool project, and I'm really excited about it. We're going to hopefully be able to host an Earth node and participate with World Mobile and help the project grow, because it's going to create an ecosystem and an environment that allows people that otherwise wouldn't have had connectivity. I believe there's over 3.5 billion people right now in the world that aren't connected to the internet, which is amazing, to connect and become a part of the global economy. So if you haven't taken a look at World Mobile, please do. It's an amazing project. The other one that I really love is called Empowa. In fact, I love it so much that I purchased a NFT from Empowa. I'm actually one of the founding contributors to the project. Their whole goal is to basically provide housing for 4 million people that are homeless right now or don't have access to, dwellings inside sub-Saharan Africa. How do they do that? Well, they're partnering with other companies that can provide low-cost housing on a large scale, because it's such a problem. They believe that there's 50 million people that have some type of either homeless problem, or they could build 50 million housing units here in the next 10 years, and they still wouldn't be able to help a lot of the people that don't have access to a roof over their heads. So this project itself is very, again, utility driven in such a way that it gives you the ability to invest in a project that allows such an amazing vision to provide basically decentralized finance and allows African people the ability to participate and to own low income housing. It's a project that allows people to buy NFTs and also to participate with the EMP tokens. They now have their Empowa initial stake pool offering, which I'll get to after this and show you how to participate in that as well. But it's an amazing project. I mean, if you can be a part of something that allows 4 million people that otherwise wouldn't have had housing to be able to get housing, I just feel like that's a project, again, like World Mobile Token, that is going to really transform the way that people think about blockchain and RealFi and DeFi and what's going on with a lot of the projects that are happening right now in Africa and beyond. This is something that can target, housing in all different parts of the world, not only Africa, but it's a great project right now that is really it's a warm, fuzzy type of project that, gives you a good feeling at the end of the day that you're actually helping in a way that's, visual. You can see what's going on, and you can be one of the initial founders of the project. So how did I get involved with this? I saw it on another YouTube channel and basically researched a little bit of the project, got a chance to watch a couple of videos. They actually were a part of Project Catalyst and won one of the Fund 6, actually no, Fund 5 projects. So they did that. They launched their NFTs, which I think is a really cool way to help power the project. I'm not a big fan of NFTs like CryptoPunks and the JPEG type of NFTs that are out there that are trading for amazing amounts of of money right now. But I love the fact that this is a utility NFT that allows you to participate and become a founding community member in a project that makes so much sense on so many different levels. And they have their NFT project right now. Let's see exactly how far it's gotten since when I first came out and took a look at it, there was very few that actually been purchased. Now, as you can see, there's just very few that are left. There's 1,024 total NFTs that have been placed out here for purchase, and there's just very few of them that are left. I believe mine is right here is $4.99. But when I first came out to look at this this NFT project, you could see hardly any of it, and now it's almost full, which is great. I love to see the fact that this is taken off and has become a big hit amongst so many people and so many people around the world. So it's the NFTs are just about completely taken. If you want to come out here, the way that you can participate too is you can come out to the NFT, you can preview it. There's, again, not much to see as far as the graphics or anything, but what this does allow you to do is become a founding member and to receive other benefits from the project. You can purchase the NFT, and it costs 200 ADA right now, which equates to about $400 or so. But once you get it, you become a founding member, and it unlocks other benefits that otherwise you wouldn't have when it comes to the community. I love the fact that this is again, it's such an amazing project, and it's not something that you would expect, but it fits into the DeFi space and the blockchain space so nicely that it allows people to become participants in projects that are going out for social good and are providing something that's so necessary. So what I did was I purchased this. This is my Yoroi wallet where I have it, and I actually staked ADA into their initial stake pool offering. And the way that the initial stake pool offering works is that you stake your ADA in here, and any rewards that you get are then substituted for Empowa tokens. So at the end of the stake pool offering, any ADA rewards that are earned will become Empowa tokens and will be exchanged into your wallet that way. You can see in the assets tab here, here's my NFT that I purchased, and here's the ID for it. And it's sitting right there in my wallet. Not only is it there in my wallet, but because I am a founding member, I believe that on the initial stake pool offering, they're giving additional tokens to founding members as well. So you can see the two stake pools where you can earn stake pool rewards for their offering. And then when it comes down to the community, you can get additional founding rewards too for participating in the stake pool. It gives you the entire instructions right here on their website. And then if you have an NFT, you earn 7.5 Empowa tokens per ADA reward as well. So again, it's a great way to participate in the community, to earn rewards. The Empowa tokens, again, will be used for building these projects in Africa and beyond, hopefully. But their mission is just again, a very heartwarming, just great way to provide affordable housing in Africa and allow participation from people all over the world in something that's desperately needed. So I really think that this is a great project. That's what I had for the African Cardano update, and I just wanted to open it up. If you have any questions at all, or there's anything else that you might like to see, please feel free to let me know, and I'll get to that right now, and then we can just wrap this thing up. Good question, Tom. What's involved to work with and create real projects using Cardano and African smart contracts? What's the ETA, etc.? The projects that are getting built out right now, like Empowa, like World Mobile Token, they are going to use a lot of the smart contract technology, the Plutus Pioneer program, the Plutus back end that is being developed. Let's see, one of the startups the startup projects that's going on is the Isidis project right now is being funded by Emergo. It is a startup and kind of a launch pad incubator type of project for African startups. And it's really built on helping the ecosystem get up and running. As far as, there's a lot of people that are educated and are extremely smart and can do pretty much anything if given the right, environment and the ability to, to grow into it. And the incubation that I think ICE Addis and some of these other companies are going to lend are going to be invaluable, especially when it comes to nurturing the ecosystem that's going to be built up over the next couple of years in Africa. There's going to be a lot more like this, that probably come and get built up here over the next couple of years. But this is one of the first ones, and it's on the African Cardano website. You can take a look at it, you can get involved, and you can check it out and see if it's something that makes sense. They're actually doing the hard lifting of creating the community from scratch and building the startup ecosystem that's going to allow hopefully the companies and the projects of the future to get launched. There's several other launch pads that are out there and incubators that are more geared towards what's happening here in the United States. Similar things like CardStarter and AdaPad and several other projects like that. But ICE Addis is the one that's focused mainly in Africa and is again on Cardano's African website, discusses a little bit more. And they also too have a highlight video that you can watch that talks about what they're doing and how they're doing it there. The World Mobile Token is already launched. It was launched about a month ago, probably 6 weeks ago now, and is actually the tokens were distributed, and now people are going to be able to start staking them. I believe that the staking process is going to last about 6 months, if not longer. And they're having a couple different ways that you can stake the tokens, either through Earth nodes, which is similar to the way Cardano works with their delegation pools, their staking pools. And they're also too going to have public staking pools where you can take the World Mobile tokens and stake them directly into the World Mobile Token staking pool, the public staking pools. So they have been distributed. There was 20 million, I believe. I think that was the number that were bought, and now the staking is going to happen. I don't think that they're tradable yet. They will probably start to show up as the decentralized exchanges come online with the Cardano ecosystem. So when the first decentralized exchanges come online, they're going to probably have just a few swap pairs that you can use, and there'll be ADA to whatever's available and native to the Cardano blockchain. One of them will be World Mobile Token. The Empowa token will probably be there as well. The other tokens that get minted on the Cardano blockchain will probably be swappable as well. So you'll be able to purchase or to be able to swap ADA tokens for World Mobile tokens or other tokens here probably within the next month or two. I know that there's several decentralized exchanges that are in the test phase and are beta launching this month. They'll probably be live, if not by the end of this month, early next month. There's always that race to be the first decentralized exchange available, a la the Uniswap on Ethereum. So you'll see probably 10, 15, 20 different decentralized exchanges all come online, and they'll all have different swap pairs and different ways that you can exchange tokens on the Cardano blockchain. But that'll be the way how you can swap your ADA tokens for World Mobile tokens or Empowa tokens or other tokens on the Cardano blockchain. Okay, and the programmers are not sold on Cardano because it's really, it's definitely newer, and there's not going to be a whole lot that you can point your finger at and say, hey, this is a great application, or this is a real software development kit that you can use to build decentralized apps on Cardano right now. There are a lot of different decentralized applications that are in the works, but there's not there's no real good roadmap yet to get from, okay, the launch of smart contracts to, okay, we've got amazing decentralized apps that, can be used and here's the development path, the roadmap to get there. I do think that, we'll see that here probably in the next month. By the end of November, the first Dapps will really start to be rolled out. And then as we get towards the end of the year, there's going to be even more parts on the back end when it comes to the Cardano smart contract platform that are available. The first one being the Ethereum virtual machine. And so anybody who programs in Solidity, which is Ethereum's smart contract language, will be able to also to develop onto the Cardano blockchain using the same Solidity programming language. The third one is basically called IELE, I-E-L-E, and that allows for just about any programming language to be utilized. You've got your JavaScripts, your PHPs, your basic Rust and programming languages that allow you to develop any type of logical, back-end programming system, and those will be able to be used to develop smart contracts as well. So, as far as it goes right now with developers, it is one of those things where, since there's not a whole lot that's on the chain right now, it's you've got to convince the developers that it's worth their time and effort. But I think that when they take a look deep down into the bones of Cardano, it's one of those things where it'll probably start to take shape here over the next month or two, and it's better to be too early than it is probably to be too late on a lot of these.